Nilesh, it's a pleasure to welcome you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Mateen. Good to be here.
Um, I know Zinnov, going back to one of your original founders, Vamsi. He and I go back a long way. We volunteer for a great organization called TIE. So I've seen the evolution.
Right.
He used to do his initial events here across at the Hyatt Regency. So obviously it has grown, and you are now the president of the company. Wanted to understand from you, the evolution process and the technology focus for you as a company.
Yeah, so as you rightly pointed out, Zinnov is about a 22-year-old company. I was actually an original customer of Zinnov when I was at Intuit, when we were trying to set up a development center in India. I worked with Vamsi and Pari and Vijay, who are the three co-founders of the company, to set up operations in India. And so I've known the company almost since the inception for 20 plus years. And over the last 10 years, I've joined the company to help other customers benefit what I benefited from the services which Zinnov offered. What we primarily do is help talent is the biggest issue for any tech company today. So we, just to kind of go back, Zinnov's core business is to help companies buy, build, and sell technology. And basically anything, we are a management consulting company, but the idea is that how do we help companies? Today every company is a technology company for all purposes. You may sell different products, but at core you have to build technology. And so we help companies. So our customer base has expanded. Initially it used to be enterprise software or software companies primarily, but now it's become every company is our customers, which has been a good journey for us because it's expanded our addressable market quite a bit. And the biggest part which my practice focuses on is on helping companies get technology talent. And obviously India has a huge wealth of talent there, and we make it easy for companies to leverage that talent most effectively. More and more companies are now leaning towards building their own centers. It used to be much harder to do a center on your own. Now it's getting much easier, and particularly with companies like Zinnov, they can get started pretty quickly, get maturity pretty quickly, get to productivity. I was just talking to Monica Bajaj, who is the VP of Engineering at Okta, and she said, when we set up the center there, I was expecting it to take almost 6 months to a year, and within 2 or 3 months, these people and the engineers started chunking out, turning out code which I never expected. So you can see that the ecosystem has gotten really mature, and the risk of failure is basically not there. In fact, we find that most companies, once they start, they accelerate their growth in India by 2-3x. If you had a goal of saying hiring 100 engineers, you end up hiring 300 in a year, because you are able to find the talent which are able to contribute and be productive almost instantaneously. So
That's an interesting observation. That's not an observation, you're actually experiencing it. What I heard from other people is that the core talent that you're talking about is very limited. And even among the limited knowledge base, it's very difficult to find the right kind of people who can execute. So then training becomes a pertinent part of how you want to evolve your potential employees or your current employees. How has that challenge been mitigated with you?
it actually, that used to be the case 10-15 years ago. It's not the case anymore. Most of the technology companies today in the Bay Area or anywhere in the country have centers, very mature centers in India. So these people are experienced building awesome global products. And so, Google, Microsoft, you talk about any big companies, they have a center there and they're building some of the top products in India. So the talent maturity is always there. You could find very equivalent talent which is available here in the Bay Area, in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Gurgaon, Noida, those are the locations. So I think what you may be hearing for are people who have not been to Bangalore recently, and in fact I feel that the energy which you find in Bangalore these days is very, very, very different than what it used to be 15 years ago. So.
The other question I had is when you're talking about management consulting, focus on technology strategy, obviously all customers come different shapes and forms and different requirements. As a company and as a group of people, how do you then, because it's good learning for many other companies who are trying to follow in your footsteps, is to understand the requirements of the market, find the gap and try to fulfill the gap based on your expertise.
Yeah, so I mean, nowadays, getting the information, or it's easy. I mean, people can do this. Even a product manager too, they doesn't need to talk to customers. They can get all the information the way they're using the product online. So, but obviously, to understand the customer, you do need to understand the use cases. So, what a lot of companies are doing is, travel has become easier. So they send their employees here. They go and help them meet the customers. They have them. For example, a Walmart employee in India would come and visit the Walmart stores and see how customers are, or an Intuit employee would go and visit a small business customer here. So those things are easier. When we started this center 20 years ago, it was harder, but nowadays people trial frequently. It's easy to get information online. You can watch videos, you can listen to calls with customers and all that. So those things are getting much easier. It's obviously not the same as being here, but it's pretty close these days. So
Again, Nilesh, it's been a pleasure, and I think the company has grown really well. I'm impressed. Maybe I'm biased because I know MC, but in the market space, I can see that Zinnov is establishing itself really well. So thank you again for coming and spending your time with
thanks,
us.
Mateen. Really looking forward to the conference today, and really already enjoyed the session until now. So thank you.